Welcome to Quick History Facts, where we explore the fascinating people and events that have shaped our world. Did you know that during Queen Victoria's coronation, many things went wrong? On Thursday, the 28th of June, in 1838, the 19-year-old was crowned Queen of the United Kingdom. Despite being such a prestigious ceremony, nobody thought it was pertinent to actually practice it beforehand. There were no instructions sent to the hundreds of lords that were attending, nor were any instructions given to the staff at Westminster Abbey, who would be undertaking the service themselves. And apparently Victoria herself only visited the night before, just to check where she should go during the day. As a result, when the day itself arrived, the lack of rehearsal and planning was quite obvious. A number of things went wrong. On the morning of her coronation, Queen Victoria was woken up at about 4 in the morning, because there was a gun salute going off in the nearby park. On top of this, 400,000 people had travelled from around the country to line the streets and get a glimpse of their young queen. This in itself also caused chaos, and there was a fear of them being trampled. The issues began when she entered into Westminster Abbey. Victoria had a very long train to her dress, and her ladies-in-waiting were tasked with carrying the train. But their dresses also had trains of their own, which they then couldn't lift up. All of the ladies kept stepping on each other's dresses and tripping, which meant the procession down the center of the abbey was really jerky and looked quite terrible to those in attendance. When the Queen got to the end for the actual ceremony, the bishops themselves didn't know what was happening and when. It was all a state of confusion from start to finish. There was then an issue with the coronation ring for Victoria, as it had been made for the wrong finger. The jewelers thought it should be made for the little finger, but really it should have been made for the ring finger. Then the Archbishop of Canterbury forced this tiny ring onto Victoria's ring finger by mistake, without realizing it wasn't meant for that finger. He pushed it so hard that after her coronation, she had to put her hand in a bucket of ice water to try and get the ring to come off. At the end, when the lords and the priest had to swear fealty to the Queen, they had been standing for up to 5 hours, and they were exhausted. One older member, an 82-year-old Lord Rolle, he went up the steps, and then he stumbled back down them, rolling all the way to the bottom. He wasn't hurt, but it caused a bit of a stir. Apparently, even the music was terrible and badly coordinated. There was an 80-piece orchestra and 157 vocalists, and it was reported that it was all disjointed, and it sounded like a cacophony of noise. Despite all this, when the Queen finally got back home, she described it as one of the proudest moments of her life. She wrote in her diary, "Here were millions of my loyal subjects, assembled in every spot, to witness the procession. Their good humor and excessive loyalty was beyond everything. I really cannot say how proud I felt to be the queen of such a nation." Thanks for watching this episode of Quick History Facts. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories from the past.